Good morning to you. Today is the 4th Tuesday of the month, which means it must be
Mastermind.
Success Group Mastermind Day. So we are heading off to BBB headquarters to hang out with our 6-figure, 7-figure and multiple 7-figure business owners to help them on their ongoing journeys and quests of ever-increasing magnitudes of success.
I love a mastermind.
See you there. Okay, so we are just about to go into the mastermind. Today is our quarterly board meeting. So every quarter we hold each other accountable to our year-long goals and look at any gap analysis in our current achievement. So in other words, they need to report back to us where they are based on where they said they were going to be, and if there's any shortfall, what they're going to do in order to fill those gaps. If they're ahead, of course, the challenge is really simple. Are you going to still stick to your current goals, or are you going to up your game and go something a little bit bigger? So I love these sessions, and it's less about us holding them accountable, and it's much more about them preparing the numbers, preparing the data, preparing the presentations, so they understand exactly where they are at, and myself included. We always bring our business to these. We bring our businesses to our masterminds. I am willing to keep myself accountable to these guys as well. Love it. It's gonna be a good day, Emily.
I can't wait. One of my favourite things is running a mastermind.
Okay, so we've just broken for lunch. We just had lunch actually, as always. 5-star service all round here at our amazing headquarters in West Berkshire. This morning session was awesome actually. We did the boardroom, so people checking in, being held accountable, being open to be held accountable, and of course the process, more importantly, is about them identifying what's in the gap between where they are and where they're going. And interestingly, many of them are ahead of their goals, they're ahead of their targets, and actually what they're looking to do is to stretch themselves and to push themselves for the remainder of the year, for the last quarter, and really take their business above and beyond even what they set out at the beginning of this year. And that kind of success is incredibly infectious, even for those people who are maybe struggling right now. I always say this, in life, in business, and in success groups, it's the same. At any time, some people are absolutely flying, other people might be really struggling, and everyone else is somewhere in between. It's really important that when you're struggling, you're in an environment of people that can support you and help you and guide you. When you're in the middle going bleh, you need people to kick you up the arse and say, come on, you're better than that. And when you're riding high, you need people to celebrate with you, to enjoy your success with you, and to keep spurring you on, to make sure you don't get complacent. We had all of that going on this morning. We've got more of it going on this afternoon. I keep saying this, if you don't have an environment that motivates you, inspires you, makes you want to do better, be better, achieve more, you need to get yourself in an environment like this. If you haven't got one, I've got them here for you. Drop me a line, talk to us. You may well be perfect for our masterminds. If you're doing 6 figures or more and you want to double your turnover in the next 12 months, we've got the environment that's doing that. I will share the rest of the afternoon with you, and I'll check in with you in just a little bit. Have a good one. Okay, so that brings us to the end of an awesome day. What I loved about today actually is a real highlight for me was the amount of support and help that people are offering each other in the room. As is always the case in business, you know, sometimes you ride high, sometimes you're kind of there in the middle, and sometimes you're having a really tough time. What's amazing is when you're surrounded by people that really want to step up and help you when you're having hard times. And it really blew me away actually in this room. It just goes to show the caliber, not just of business, but the caliber of person that we have in our masterminds. When you see the amount of support and help, not just advice in here, but you know, the help that they're going to continue with outside of this room, people giving their time, their energy, their education to each other outside of this room in their own time. I think that's really amazing, and I'm blown away by it. Here's a little tip for you. I thought I'd share you something, and that is this: if you are not making enough money, or you're struggling with money, or you have financial issues, it's too easy to look at the problem. So it's easy to look at the credit cards, and it's easy to look at the mortgage that's not being paid. It's easy to find all the reasons, all the places where the money's not. So one of the things that I share today is real advice, which is really simple, which is focus on where the money is, not where it isn't. Okay, so the money isn't in your debts, the money isn't in your credit cards, the money isn't in the lack of finances that you have. The money is in your leads, your prospects, your sales. It's in your business, and very specifically within those sales aspects of your business. So if you are struggling with money right now, if you're struggling financially, it's very easy to get pulled and distracted into looking at the negative aspects of not having enough money. You need to draw your focus and your energy and your direction towards where the money is. Simple mantra: focus on where the money is, not where the money isn't. Right, I'm gonna jump in the car, I'm gonna head off home, check in on my dogs, make sure they're all happy and good. Hope you've had an awesome day. I'll check them in just a little bit. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the day. It's just gone midnight. I can keep my voice down a little bit because Tracy's in bed already. But I thought I'd share with you one last little thought for the day. And that is, sometimes the solutions to your problem are so simple, but you're just not capable of seeing it yourself, because you're either fixed in seeing it one particular way, or you just can't see around the problem in a way to show you a simple solution. This came up for me today actually in my own mastermind round, and I shared this problem. I've been really racking my brains for probably best part, I don't know, probably about a month, and really I've been really thinking about it. It's about 2 weeks, and I've shared it with Tracy, and I've talked to some people, and I haven't really been able to solve this problem, and it's to do with basically internal promotion for referrals, etc. I'm trying to come up with a scheme, competition type thing, in order to really encourage our members and the people close to us to really engage, to help us with some of the stuff we've got coming up in this autumn. And I've been really struggling to make it work, because I can see how it would work for some people but not everyone. I can see how it would work in one way but it might not work in another way. And you know what, I shared it in my round today in Mastermind, and there's lots of great input, lots of great content, but one guy Nick, just came back and just literally in one sentence solved the entire problem in a moment. It was the highlight for me of today's mastermind in terms of, for me personally, because I just couldn't see it. And you know what, I don't know how long I would have had to have pondered on this problem myself to come up with that solution. I may never have come up with it. It was so simple, so straightforward, and that's not taking anything away from the utter genius that it was a solution. And my message to you is really simple, and that is, you do need to share the problems that you're facing in your business. You need to know what questions to ask, and you need to have people around you to ask them to, who can give you some really good valued input. And again, I keep banging the drum, but this is what a really well organized mastermind does for you. You know, there's 10 people in that room, 11 people in that room today. There was lots of great answers. There was one absolute perfect answer, and yeah, and now we've got our solution just like that. And that is the power of Mastermind. It's the power of having the right people around you. It's the power of identifying the problems you have, and then more importantly, asking the right questions to get you the right answer. Get all that right, bring that beautiful combination together, and yeah, you can solve a problem in about 5 minutes, or in this case, a single sentence. So tomorrow we're up nice, bright and breezy. We have success groups in the morning. We have success groups all day tomorrow actually, and tomorrow it's all about money. It's about the money mindset. It's about making sure we clear any blocks out of the way that anyone might have with regards to becoming financially successful, and also it's about bringing in some real strategy and looking at how they can to stay focused on the right things and do the right tasks that ultimately deliver them the financial rewards and results, and they can start to live into their own financial potential. I shall share tips throughout the day as always. If money's your thing, if you want more money, or you know you've already identified you have some financial limitations, self-imposed limitations, you're going to want to tune in for that. Until then, as always, have a good night.